Hey guys, welcome to this week's All Hands. I'm Kevin, and this is the new warehouse. Happy Friday to you. This week we are all about Philly. I'm actually in Philly right now, and we're going to get a safety tip from a Philadelphia-based company, Fort Robotics. And we're also going to talk to John Beasley of Home Delivery World, which is going to be in, you guessed it, Philly, June 14th and 15th. We will be there. We will have a booth. We'll be doing podcasts on the floor. We'll be set up so you guys can come by and record your own safety tips like we did at ProMat. And we will also be doing some live streams as well, just like we did at ProMat too. So definitely excited about that. It's pretty local for me, so definitely interested to connect with people in the city here and hang out with them and get to network with you guys. This week on the new warehouse, we had a audio podcast from Scale Microgrids talking about microgrids. What are microgrids? So definitely check that out if you're curious in the electrification of fleets. And we also had an episode with Lucas Systems from ProMat, where we talked about their warehouse management system. And Jennifer, who is Jennifer? So listen to that episode if you want to find out who Jennifer is. But now we're going to head to our safety tip of the week, which is coming from Samuel Reeves, who is the co-founder at Fort Robotics, which is a Philadelphia, Pennsylvania-based company. So here we go, Samuel.
Samuel Reeves from Fort Robotics. The thing to know about safety is that it is all changing with mobile autonomous systems in the warehouse. So the best thing to do is to have a safety-rated wireless network in your facility that lets you shut down, stop, change the behavior, send slowdown signals to all the robots if there are people present, or if you discover that there's a unsafe situation, because the things are acting on their own most of the time and they're doing a great job most of the time, but it's still really important to have that human control over the machines.
All right, so I told you I'm in Philly this week, and I'm definitely not lying. There behind me, Philadelphia Free Public Library. Down the street from that is the Art Museum, right here on the Benjamin Franklin Parkway, and I'm definitely excited because we will be having Home Delivery World here at the Convention Center on June 14th and 15th. And we're going to talk to John Beasley today to learn all about that and what we can expect at the show. We will be there, so if you guys are going to be there, let me know in the comments and connect with us so we can see you at the show and potentially get you on the podcast or the live stream. So let's hear from John. Today, I am joined by John Beasley. He is the general manager at Home Delivery World. Home Delivery World will be in Philadelphia this year. We'll be there. We'll have a booth, and John's going to tell us a little bit more about the show, who's going to be attending, who should attend if you're not already registered, what's going to be happening there, what to expect, and also all the details about the show. So, John, first off, welcome to the new warehouse. How are you doing?
Hey Kevin, thank you for having me. I'm doing well. It finally feels like spring here in the Northeast. All the pollen's flying around, which we got a few more weeks and it'll be summertime, and we'll be in Philly for Home Delivery World. How are you?
I'm doing well, getting excited for Home Delivery World, definitely. Close to home for me, so I'm extra excited because it's in Philly. I'm in Jersey. We have a micro fulfillment center in Philly, actually just a couple blocks from the convention center. So definitely excited for this show and to be kind of close to home and see a lot of people close to home as well. So tell us a little bit, I guess, before we kind of get into some of the details here. I mean, what is Home Delivery World? I mean, how would you define the show? What's the pitch there?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. So this is a retail logistics event really focused on obviously from the name, it's going to be focused on home delivery, and there's a last mile element to that. But I would think even just like outside of that context. So, for the context of e-commerce, if you go online, everything that happens from the moment you click purchase to really everything involved with getting that package, whether it's a t-shirt or a couch or a Peloton bike or whatever it may be, from the distribution center, fulfillment center, wherever it's located, to your doorstep or to your office. So that encompasses quite a bit. Obviously, there's a lot of order fulfillment, packaging, warehouse management, anything in between from point A to point B. That's kind of in the realm of home delivery as we define it. So if you are in that supply chain, logistics, operations, warehousing space, that's you're probably gonna see a lot of friends, a lot of colleagues, a lot of industry experts in Philly.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it definitely. I mean, I'm going to be there, so obviously, it's warehousing is a good thing there as well. But definitely focused on
Hmm.
that kind of e-commerce, last mile fulfillment, delivery side. So really a great kind of combination of all those different solutions and solution providers and people in within that world in one place. So really definitely looking forward to that. But tell us, I mean, we kind of said there a little bit, but tell us, if people are watching, listening, and they're curious, like, is this the right show for them to attend? I mean, why should they attend? Who should attend? I mean, who should be thinking about coming to this show?
Yeah, no, and that's a really good question. So I think there's two ways to think about it. If you are on the retail side, if you're a brick and mortar, big box retailer, or maybe a smaller retailer, or you're only doing online, you're a Shopify business, something like that. This would be a great place for you to come learn, to network, to see what's happening in the space. Along with probably every other company, there are always issues in the supply chain and logistics ecosystem. There are always things to be improved upon. People, in terms of just like the companies in general, they're always looking for new software, new technology, new autonomous vehicles driving around the warehouse, anything like that. So if you're really trying to boost efficiency and kind of streamline your any part of your supply chain, this would be a really good event for you, to come and learn, to mix and mingle, network with others, to have conversations with the vendors who are really changing the way that the ecosystem and the landscape looks. And then on the flip side, if you do work with, for one of those vendors or a carrier, or you provide a warehouse management solution, or anything along those lines, and your ideal client is a retailer, anyone who needs their product moved from point A to point B, this is going to be a gold mine for you in terms of just building that
Yeah.
brand awareness, building credibility, again, networking, generating new leads, and establishing yourself or your company as a thought leader. So it's again, anyone in that supply chain logistics ecosystem, from chief supply chain officers. Yeah, actually, I think we have a handful, IKEA, Zappos.com, Swag Up, and GNC. They're all sending their chief supply chain officer. So they're looking at everything holistically. And then again, we have some more nuanced job titles. If you're in sustainability, that spans
Mm.
across different areas. We have the VP of sustainability from Macy's, coming and speaking and sharing her knowledge. So, who should attend? Anyone in the supply chain logistics ecosystem, whether you are working on the final mile delivery piece, you're working to streamline what goes on in your warehouse, your order fulfillment systems, all that good stuff. It's going to be a really good home for you.
All right, great. And I mean, it sounds like all across the board and involved in that kind of delivery fulfillment aspect. You definitely want to be at this show and check out what's going on, and especially from the networking standpoint too, as well. I know people are really getting out there now and wanting to be face to face and network, and I think this is going to be a
Hmm.
great opportunity to do that in a city that I really enjoy as well. I think there's a lot to do as well outside the show for the 2 days that you're going to be there. So, really a great show. I'm looking forward to it. If we're attending the show, I mean, we talked a little bit about, you mentioned in there some of the exhibitors, potentially what kind of things you can see, but what else can we expect at the show? What other things are going on?
That's another great question. We've actually got some fun new stuff this year. So,
Okay.
one of these things, shout out to you all. You're going to be in our media zone. So, we'll have a designated area for press and media. There will be, some live recordings, podcasts, interviews, all kind of fun stuff there. We've added in some additional talks around real estate, as it pertains to commercial real estate and warehousing, distribution centers, all that good stuff. We're welcoming some new sponsors, like Six River Systems. They're going to be there talking about, their autonomous mobile robots, some different things like that. We'll have some ride and drives going on. Just outside of the convention center, you'll be able to take some different vehicles, go for a spin around the block. And most notably, one of the, just changes you'll see physically, we've moved all of the content to the expo hall floor. So in years past, we had these breakout rooms for all the track sessions and the speaking sessions. What we're doing this year, we're building a bunch of theaters on the expo hall floor. So that's really the centerpiece of the whole event. That's the heartbeat of the event. You're not going to have to walk far from, a session to a networking break or to someone's booth. It's all coming together pretty nicely. We're seeing some growth. We'll be around 5,000 attendees this year, which we're really happy with that. We're keeping it with them in the realm of, the right personas, the supply chain logistics, operations, warehousing, job functions, if you will. So having that number, be around 5,000, we're super excited about that.
Yeah, that's great, definitely. And I love the idea of bringing like you said, the kind of theaters and talking spaces like more integrated into the floor. I think that's really interesting. And you should definitely come by those spots when I'm moderating two panels, actually. So you should definitely come by at those times, I would say. And the media zone, I think, is a great thing as well. We'll be there doing podcasts on the floor and also potentially some live streams too. So it's really a great thing that you're bringing in these creators and podcasts from the industry to be able to also network and tap into all the great guests and potential speakers that are going to be there at the show. I think that's a really great thing. And the ride situation as well is very cool. I did get a ride in a Via van last year, so that was really cool to be able to do that. So I'm excited to see that again. But if we're looking at the show, I mean, what do you think you personally are like the most excited for this year?
I'm excited to see all the new faces, the same faces again. It's working in the events world. It's our whole year is geared towards just these 2 days on site in
Yeah,
Philly. Initially when I first started doing events, that was kind of a hard concept to grasp. So I know that sounds cliche and cheesy of, just saying, oh, I'm like ready to see this all come to life and see everyone again. But I'm definitely excited about that. But really, I think probably some of the sessions that we have, I'm pretty excited about that. We've got some, we'll hear from the chief supply chain officer from IKEA and some of these very notable stores, that are really on the forefront of, improving every aspect or of their supply chain or their delivery system. So I think probably just the networking and the thought leadership elements combined. I'm really excited to see what we have in store. I know, last year we had around 210 or so speakers. I think this year we're going to be pushing like 225, 230. So regardless of what your interest is, what you want to learn more about, this is going to be a really good opportunity. And even on the media zone in that area of the floor where, hey, if you want to get engaged and even if you just want to come watch it and meet some of the media, some of the press, some of like meet you, then you have accessibility to do that. So a lot of cool stuff that we're looking forward to.
yeah, absolutely. And I think that's one thing that's great about home delivery world is just there's so many options on the speaking side. Like if you attend, like I mean, like you said, 225 speakers. I mean, within 2 days, I mean, there's so many options for something that's going to cover like what you're interested in, which I think is
Hmm.
such a great thing to be able to give that optionality and really kind of hone in on what
Yeah.
you're focused on learning about as an attendee. So it's really great stuff. So Home Delivery World, we're definitely excited, right? We're going to be there, right? We'll be in the media zone. I'll be moderating 2 panels, as we mentioned. We'll be doing some podcasts on the floor, some live streams, and I'll certainly be around the city as well. That's my city, so that's where I grew up going.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely looking to network with people. If people are interested in going and they haven't registered yet, I don't know what they're doing, why they haven't registered yet. They should register, right? But how can they do that? What are the dates? What's the timing? When are all the details? And how can people make their way over to Home Delivery
Yeah.
World?
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm not from this area, but I've been going to Philly for a couple of years now, and it's a great city. So to your point, there's going to be a lot going on, within the 2 days, and I'd say even really maybe like expand that to like 3.5 days, because the day
Yeah.
before, a lot of people arrive early. There are always happy hours and social functions going on and stuff like that. So definitely register if you have not done so already. A couple of ways you can do that. One, go to the home delivery website. So if you just go on Google and search for Home Delivery World USA, it should be the first thing that pops up. And then we have in the top right corner a little tab or a button that says, register book here for free. We have 2 options for passes. One is completely free. It gives you access to the expo hall only, and some limited functionality in terms of the networking app and things like that. Or we have the option to do a full access pass. Full price, it's about $300. That gives you access to all the theaters, all of the lead scanning and networking functions within the app, and all that good stuff. So either option is good. Another way to register, just find me on LinkedIn, send me a message, or send me an email. My information is up on the website, but it's john.beasley@terrapin.com. Message me. Hey, I want to attend. I'll get you squared away.
All right, great. And Home Delivery World is, you forgot the biggest detail, the most important part.
The
When is
biggest
it?
detail, June 14th, 15th in Philly. Yeah, so on the 14th, we'll open things up bright and early at 8 a.m. Registration will actually be open on the 13th. So if you want to swing by, pick up your badge, so you don't have to wait in any kind of line, you can do that. Really after 10 o'clock, anytime from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. on the 13th. We'll open up the registration desk again at 8 a.m. on the 14th. Keynotes and everything will kick off at 8:50 a.m. We'll have some really awesome morning keynotes, and we'll dismiss for some networking on the expo hall. And then, yeah, it's 2 full days of content, pretty much 8 to 5-ish on the first day. At 5, we'll have a happy hour, so definitely stick around for that. Free food, free drinks, some live entertainment, all that good stuff. And then on the second day, we'll wrap things up around 3 p.m. So yeah, June 14th, 15th.
All right, great. And we'll definitely put that information up for people to easily find it. You can find it in the description of this video, and we'll post it over in the comments section too. But definitely register, attend, come out, and check out Home Delivery World and all the great things that John and his team have put together. So, John, thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for telling us all about Home Delivery World.
You're welcome. Thanks for allowing me to come on the show to join you and talk a little bit about it.